I'll be going through the answers quickly, so make sure your course book is open and in front of you. And please stop and rewind the video as you need to. So, got your book open in front of you? Are your answers in capitals? Want to know why the answers are the answers? Then let's go. For question number 1, if we have a look before the gap, we can see an adjective. We know that adjectives modify nouns, and this one, good, doesn't seem to modify anything, which means that we need to put a noun in this gap. If we have a look at the stem word, we can see that it's intend, which means that we can either say intention or intentions. Which one's correct? Well, the most important word here then is the one at the beginning of the sentence, which is they. If we're talking about plural people, in other words, lots and lots of people, that means that the word here cannot be singular because the intention only belongs to one person. Intentions belong to many people, which is why the answer here is intentions. For question number 2, great language pattern to drum home a point, which is something I've raised a number of times on this website, and that is with these word formation exercises. If you have certain prepositions before a gap, the chances are the gap is going to be a noun. And similarly, if you have certain prepositions after a gap, it is a good indicator that the gap is going to be a noun. And here we've got the same preposition before and after the gap, in this case in, which means that we need a noun in this case. Employ is your stem word, which means employment is the noun that we're after. Question number 3, just before the gap, we've got a plural possessive pronoun. All pronouns need a noun, and this one does not have one, which means that number 3 must be a noun, and therefore the answer is retirement. For question number 4, let's remember question number 2, where I was talking about the preposition in before the gap. Chances are the gap's going to be a noun. Here, the preposition is of. If of is before the gap, the chances are it's going to be a noun. If not a noun, it's going to be an adjective which modifies the noun. Here, it's a noun because we've got a full stop at the end. So number 4, entertain becomes entertainment. Question number 5, we've got the gap before the plural noun, which lends itself to an adjective. As a result, what kind of problems? Financial problems. Question 6, very similar to question number 1. We've got the same adjective just before the gap. In both cases, we need a noun, which that adjective modifies. Invest is your stem word, and investment is your noun that you need. And why is it singular? Because of the indefinite article a. A can only work with singular nouns, so a good investment. Question number 7, we've got 2 clues here to tell us that we need an adjective in this case. First of all, the adverb beforehand. Adverbs modify adjectives. Secondly, the language pattern. That they are what? Are is this familiar case of be plus adjective, and here we meet it again. So if we have a look at the stem word, we can see afford, which means that we've got 2 choices. We can either say affordable or unaffordable. We've got the positive and the negative form. Given the context, we need the negative form, unaffordable. Question number 8, exactly the same as question number 4, similar to question number 2. When we've got of followed by a gap, we're going to need a noun or an adjective that modifies the noun. Here we need the noun, and the noun is assistance.